Howdy folks, it is Saturday, the day before Mother's Day. Haven't done a video in a while, figured it was about time, I guess. I think I was doing too many, too quick, and law of averages. There's going to be some that aren't as good as others and all that stuff, so I figured quality before quantity. So, tonight's shave, going to be an interesting one. As you can see, I already buzzed my hair a little bit with the old Oster 76s. This is a razor that I got from a guy that I work with. I don't know whether you can see that. It's a gong razor. This one has a fair amount of hone wear on it. Not terrible. A little bit smaller than it originally started out life. Sub 5/8 and all. It's a thin grind, but it's a half hollow. Even though it says extra hollow, I don't know by today's standard whether it would be extra hollow standard, but I'll call it almost a half hollow, but a little stiffer than I normally like and all. But I found that going through my pile of razors and kind of forgotten about it. It was in a whole cigar box with like 6 or 7 razors. A guy that I work with by the name of Joe gave me. So old Joe gave me a pile of straights because him and I had talked about different things and the subject had come up, and he was cleaning out his dad's house. His dad unfortunately passed away, and these was in a dresser box or something somewhere. And his dad, he said, I think he used them, and maybe his granddad used them, some of them. And but they just, collect them over the years, and rather than getting rid of them, they're pack rats and all, which I know all about being a pack rat, and some of you guys do too. So that's the razor. So I'm going to go back to basics. I got the Tabac soap. I've got the RazoRock brush. And the aftershave is going to be, of course, Tabac aftershave. A lot of you guys know that I'm a big fan of Tabac. So not a whole lot of surprises there. So Tabac soap is the first shave soap that I've actually stocked up on after getting one puck of it and liking it so much. They had a sale. I forget when one of the websites had a sale. I guess they were discontinuing it or closing it out. So I got like 12 of the containers and the puck, all of them. And it was 6 to a box. I got 2 boxes. And it was like, I don't know. I want to say it was, they wound up being like $6 a piece or something like that. Some cheap price. And I was like, well, why the hell not? So, and I've given a couple away. I still got 3 or 4 left and all. And now with all the soaps that I have, I don't use it as much as I used to and all, but still do enjoy it quite a bit. So if you can't get Tabac to lather, then you got problems. A lot of people don't like the scent. I prefer the scent, or I like the scent. So it's not a problem for me. So where I'm an odd duck is Mitchell's Wolfhat and I don't get along. Okay. So when I pulled this thing out, I'd honed it up once before a while ago. But if memory serves, I used it and it wasn't up to my standard. So that's why it wound up going back in the box. And I didn't keep using it. It wasn't in rotation. So I took them. Today I had some free time. The missus was watching some cooking shows on the boob tube. So I broke out the hones and honed the old gong razor up. And since I wasn't in a rush, I decided to give this one the Shogun treatment. So So some of you may be saying, what the hell is a Shogun treatment? Well, I wish I could tell you, but I can't. It's a secret, proprietary, trademarked, copyrighted, and secret method. So, Dave in Kentucky, now his Baka, his pretty Baka, I gave that the Shogun treatment. Now, I'm not going to say for certain, but it might have been that razor and that Shogun edge. Might have been the last thing that scared him off the straights. And he just decided to go with double edges and all. It just took too much concentration, and it instilled way too much fear in him to have an edge like that, so close to so many vital parts of your body. I mean, you can see I drew a little bit of blood and I wasn't even trying. Didn't even know it. You won't know till something falls into the sink, startles you. Holy crap, what was that? Well, I don't know, maybe it's your part of your nose or an earlobe, or you're just sailing along and all of a sudden, bam. So today went pretty well. Went down this morning. All of you that follow my journal had to transform myself into the Votech auto shop teacher and teach my son-in-law how to plug a tire, because on his wife's vehicle, they picked up what later wound up being when we pulled it out, it looked to be what was left of about a 2-inch, 2.5-inch drywall screw, which is not conducive to holding air pressure. So I showed him how to plug a tire. In the process, discovered that the air compressor that I swapped with at work, one of the guys at work had one that he brought in that he didn't want anymore because he got a newer, bigger one. Well, that thing's a turd. I mean, I got the tire pumped up, but it don't work right. It's messed up. So my air compressor with the bottom of the tank rotted out, is going to need to be swapped out. So what I'm going to do is swap out the motor and compressor and put it on a good tank of an air compressor that's at work, that somebody brought in, that the motor and compressor burnt up. So I'm just gonna mount like a Franken compressor and mount the good parts of mine onto the good tank, and hopefully have a working air compressor again, which would be nice. It's nice to have an air compressor when you need one. Pump up tires, yeah. Blow out air filter, whatever. Cleaning carburetors, that kind of thing. They always come in handy. So I don't need a big one. I'm not running. Not using a paint gun or anything. So these little ones, 5/8 and smaller, I gotta pay more attention on my angle. And this one, not as noisy as what I'm used to. So, I don't know, where was I at? So I showed him how to plug tires, came home, did some more stuff in the basement with the missus, started deconstructing, and we're gonna repurpose a old dresser, and we're gonna turn it into a sewing station for her, so she can go downstairs and sew and all. So on one side of the basement is going to be my reloading bench, and on the other is going to be her sewing table. So that'll be interesting. So we'll see how that show turns out. The weather here turned cold. I was thinking about trying to get out on the motorcycle for a ride, but that don't look like that's gonna happen. I mean, it could if I really wanted to, but not gonna pile up on clothes and Under Armour and all that stuff just to go for a joyride. I guess I'm old, fat, and lazy. Don't feel like doing all that. So a little bit of touch up here. So looks like Chris's Packy Chip Challenge here is imminent, and Dave still has, I should say Dave in Kentucky, still has both eyes, and that's a good thing, and he kept his sanity in a 4-hour traffic jam, and seems to be quite mellow in his video. So now I'm waiting to see who I remind somebody of. I don't think it'd be Bob Ross. I don't know who else. I don't know. You guys let me know. And me and Pat down in Texas are going to have some packages passing each other in the post office depot. He's sending up some soaps. I'm sending him down some soaps. I'm going to hone up some razors for him. And there might be a surprise or two in there, Pat. just so you know. I like surprising people. And, yeah, see, I don't do 4 passes. 2 passes with a Shogun edge and I'm good to go. And so maybe if I was using a double edge or something, I'd do 3 passes. I'd have to, but that's why the technique's patented, trademarked, copyrighted, written down on paper with invisible ink and hidden away. If it were to get out, could be pretty dangerous. It's kind of like a recipe for KFC chicken or Coca-Cola, all these things. You just know that it's good, and you don't really need to know how it happens. So, but yeah, it was pretty good shape. Clean out the little scuttle here. My work's going to continue the half a crew thing for at least another 2 weeks. So we got that to look forward to. So instead of looking at all the dumbasses that I work with, I've only got to look at half of them. So that's a positive. And I got half the supervision, which that's a positive. And I'm getting full pay. So that's a positive. So lots of positives in that. Except that when you're trying to do things, you can't get much done because you got half the people. And then they want everybody in separate vehicles, which turns into a clown circus parade when normally 4 guys could pile in a crew cab pickup truck and go out to the job. Now you take 2 dump trucks and 2 pickup trucks or something stupid like that, and you show up in a neighborhood and everybody's looking out the windows and they're thinking to themselves, what the hell are all these trucks doing? Well, normally it would just be 2 trucks, but now it's 4 because we all can't ride in the same truck because we might get the Chinese flu, the boogeyman. So the boogeyman's going to get you if you ride in a truck with somebody. Kind of annoying. So we all have to work within semi-close proximity of one another, depending on what you're doing. And whether or not you ride out in the truck or not, you're still exposed to somebody. So a couple glugs of this. Oh yeah. Smelling good, looking good, feeling good. Doesn't get a whole lot better than this. Tabak, where a man can be a man, smell like one. Germans can do good things too. So I like my German stuff. And so I haven't really thought of what I'm going to use tomorrow for shave and razor and soap and all that stuff. Don't think that far ahead. It's going to be a nice one now. I think I might treat myself maybe to my Zingari Man Soloist. Ooh, coming up on 20 minutes here. Rambling. Okay, well, you guys have a good rest of the night. And I will see you on the cadre. Talk to you later. Bye.